Hey guys, what's up? Sitting here, and we are back playing some more Diablo 4 on the Warlock. I just hit level 70 here on the Warlock, and I just figured I'd do a quick leveling build that I use to level up from from 1 to 70. It went pretty easy, so this is what I came up with. It's nothing I found or anything like that, just what I found useful. So let's dive right into it here. Alright, so top here, your first set of skills are either going to be... I started out using the Hellion Sing ability. I thought it was pretty good. Then I switched over to using the Command Fallen, which is, I think, is probably better than the Hellion Sing. Basically, you can summon up 3 Fallens that come out and start doing damage, and then you can customize that a little further. So I went with Command Fallen, then I went with the Wrath to generate more Wrath as they attack, or as they kill more, you get more Wrath. And then Dominance, every 15 times you hit an enemy with Command Fallen, you gain 1 Dominance. And then I chose the Fallen Rush as last ability. It turns Command Fallen into a Abyss skill, and now you can summon 3 Fallen Grunts for 20 seconds, which deal a pretty good amount of damage. And another way to generate Wrath is this right here. The next skill I went with is the Dread Claws. I have not tried any of the other ones here. I kind of just went with that one, and I just like how it looked, and then I upgraded it as that went on. I did chose the Vulnerability, which Vulnerability, if you don't know, enemies take 20% more damage if you're under Vulnerability. And then I did cost reduction. Just the next cast of Dread Claws is used. And then I picked the Enveloping Terror. Basically, what it does is Dread Claws are cast around you, doing damage. And if you're in Shadow form, you consume 1 stack, and the claws around you most recently around the Greater Demon Summon. There's other ones here. Cascading Dread's pretty good. Revenant's Jaws, I have not tried that one out yet, so you can try it out if you want. But, Dread Claws looks like I can't do anything here, but I'll show you when we get to the next step. And then I just kind of, with these 2 here, I did max them out in their as ranked. The next one down below after Dread Claws is the Neither Step. This one's pretty good here because you can use the damage reduction here. Neither Step grants 60% damage reduction that decays alongside its movement speed bonus. So you're taking a lot less damage if you go with this one here. And then I did the movement speed, just get more speed. And then the next the node here I did portals. So basically you do put portal on your side, you can teleport back and forth. Another good one is the Gloomwalker, which basically makes you immune to damage for 3 seconds. I had not upgraded this here, which I probably should have done a little bit, but I didn't. Down below here, I went with the Profane Sentinels. Basically, you can summon 3 of these guys, and they pretty much lock on, and they just keep doing damage over and over with a beam. Again, they do... the beam makes them vulnerable, which will help with the... Where's that here? What skill is it? I forgot what skill. Well, I believe it's Dread Claws here. I can't try to find here, but yep. So if you by casting these here, they become vulnerable, and then your Dread Claws will do more damage. That's because they're vulnerable. So I picked the Lesser Demon Vulnerability, which is casting the Profound Sentinel induces your Lesser Demon skills to make enemies vulnerable for 5 seconds. Really powerful. And then Wide Beam, just greater range in their beams. And then I went with Sentry. You can now summon multiple Profane Sentinels. So if you don't take this here, you can't summon 3 of them. 3 it's really good. You can take down pretty good. Another good one is the focus glare is pretty good, and so is the demonic sight. And also went to 10 on rank this here. Then down for your signals, sigils. I went with the chaos one. I did try out summons and the subversion. I didn't like either of those. I kind of like the damage here. So basically, you create a destructive ritual for 10 seconds, and you can make them. After you get so many offerings in there, you can make them blow up. It's pretty cool. It's very strong. Voluntary duration, make them a little longer for 10 more seconds. And then I did the cast thing, Empire cast the chaos, 3 kills, and then I went with the Hellfire Aura, which basically is not cast around yourself, makes you run around, and you blow up people, blow up enemies as you go. And you're casting Dread Claws, and you have this on here, you're taking out everything. Pretty nice little ability. Now for the ultimate ability, I have not tried either of these here. I just went with the Terra Swarm and rank 10, and it does some amazing damage. The cooldown you get pretty reduced pretty good. The modifiers for this one is extra bites, so now it bites up 2 additional times per second. Lesser Demons, Terror Swans, and instant kills 3 Lesser Demons every second. Then I did the Bar and Swarm. Basically, it starts smaller and weaker, but grows up 3 times faster as it feeds on the enemies. And you get 3 active swarms at a time, too. Very powerful. Now, up here, when I was talking about the Profane Sentinel, you can take Rampage, which is also a really good one. Basically, you summon a giant beast and they go on Rampage and does a lot of damage. Pretty good. And then you can take the Lesser Demon Wrath to generate more Wrath, because the Dreadclaws will take a lot of Wrath as you keep casting up. So this right here would be good. Lesser Demon Wrath, generate 1 Wrath per hit. And then I believe I took, when I used it, I'd say a weak hit chance. The Rampage basically has a Rampage at 100% chance to trigger its 2 other abilities or knock down. And then I went with the Shockwave. You can pick whatever you want here. Play around and see which one works best. I believe I went to Abyssal Titan. Basically, it's an Abyss recast skill, and it summons a larger demon, deals 50% more damage, and then you recast it. So that's what I went with for my leveling build. Worked really good. Like I did find these to be better than the Hellion Sting. I know some people do like to do, which is basically puts a hex on the mob. But this was better for me. And then, like I said, Dread Claws is probably your bread and butter. And then neither step, you can really use either of these here if you want. There is one here that I didn't start out using this one here, neither step. I actually used the Torture Wretch, and it basically summons a demon and pretty much taunts all the mobs around it and has it attack that instead. And that's actually a pretty good one. I did like that one. And then for a modifier, you can use either Unstoppable is pretty good, or Cost Reduction to make it cheaper to cast. And then you can use Enrage. For 2 seconds, gain 100% increased attack speed, but taking 1,300 more damage when it hits the enemies. Or duration, make it longer. And then you can use it as a dominance, or you can use Punching Bag, or this one here. This is what I used. So when I did have this one, I used I think I went Unstoppable, and then I put Enraged, And then I went with death saws. So, but death saws basically saws grind up enemies around the torture wrench, periodically dealing 1100 damage with a 5% chance to up to 3,300 damage. 33,000. So pretty cool. So that's my build. Like I said, it worked for me. I went pretty fast using this setup here. This is not the end game build, just a leveling build. So let's go into a let's go to Honor City real quick and just showcase this build. I'm on hard mode, so I am. Where is it at? So we'll showcase this here, see how it works for just a leveling purpose. It's, like I said, not an end game build, so we're not doing anything too crazy here. And as far as armor goes, just use whatever you can find. There's nothing crazy, just as you level up. They get 3 frames down, commands down. There's the sigil, the chaos one. We'll go to the next one here. Basically, the terror swarm, you can cast that pretty quickly. It comes up pretty fast. It takes down the elites pretty fast, or the legendary guys here. Sorry. Yeah, the swarms are pretty awesome though. They work really good. And the whole deal with the swarms is basically, not swarm, but basically you want wrath regeneration as much as you can, and that'll help you spam more Dreadclaws, which is their bread and butter of the build. Alright, let's go to the next one here. Basically, gonna go up this way. Basically, killing what we can. They keep on moving throughout the Undercity here. Just once you get the swarm going, you get the sigil chaos going, and it does a lot of damage. Like I said, it's not an end game, just leveling, so you're not. The profane sentinels there, they do a lot of damage too. So we'll go around here, we'll go. Let's get more time here. Go here and do this little event here. I'll do the terror storms, and they'll go zoom down for me. Alright, it's all done. Go to the next floor, and this is the last floor here. Basically, we're going to go straight, go up, and then over. We won't even mess with this one here. We'll just go up, take care of all of them out. When I get to the boss here, I'll show you what it looks like on the boss. Alright, max attunement. And you're pretty tanky too, as you get a lot more. Alright, let's get to the end here and go to the boss. Oh. Alright, we're at the very end here. This is the boss. So the suit looks like it's the boss here. Like I had no problems at all doing the campaign of this build. 3 down. Thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy, and I'll catch you in the next video.